Welcome, everybody, to the ZWSB.24 podcast. This is season 1, episode 8. This is the last episode of season 1. So we are so excited to bring this last episode to you guys. My name is SB. If you're just joining, I am your host along with my co-host, ZW. So we welcome you guys to our last episode of season 1.
Yay!
If this is your first time here, the title of this episode is called Rewind. And with each, excuse me, I just learned how to talk today, guys. Sorry. With each episode, we kick everything off with a tell me something good. So, Z, we're going to kick it off with you, girl.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Hey, sis.
Hey.
So tell me something good. And for the purpose of this episode, because we're kind of rewinding and we have a lot of things to look for coming soon to you, I wanted to kind of list 3 things. So reflect on the past. Those are great things to think of. And to enjoy being in the moment, enjoy being in the present and the things that you're doing now, but then also look forward to the future. What about you, sis?
That's really good. I love that. So I am going to go along with leaning in to things that seem to be hard. And what I mean by that, sometimes when you hear something that may be like constructive criticism, or maybe where there's an opportunity for you to learn, I encourage you to lean into that, because when you lean into that, it actually makes you grow and it helps you become stronger, and you can use those moments to coach other people, and just be transparent with people too. I know a lot of times in my area where I work, there are a lot of opportunities for growth, a lot of opportunities where I have been coached. And in the moment, sometimes you feel like, oh no, I did that incorrectly. I feel bad. But it's an opportunity for me to learn and grow, and then use that to teach others. And I even parallel that to parenting as well. A lot of times uh, when the kids don't do something as expected, a lot of times I'll sit with them. I'll find out why, maybe a chore didn't get done, and just have a moment. And I'll use that as an opportunity to help them understand why it's important to do these things timely, what it means to me, what it means for them. So just lean into things that may seem hard. That's my tell you something good for today. I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, that's really good.
So, all about season 1, episode 8. So, this is our 8th episode. This is the final episode of season 1. So, this is a major milestone for us. We've completed all of our episodes. We're finally at the last one. So, we're going to start with some catch up and conversation. And I know the last couple weeks have been very busy for me, and it's been very busy for you too, Z. And I feel like we've texted each other, we've checked in, we've called, we've sent voice memos to each other. And we really, truly haven't had a time to sit down and really catch up. So I'm going to ask you about Disney. My sis, she took her family to Disney. How was that? What did you
Yes.
guys do?
So I'm going to tell you all, and yes, this is pretty much like the first time, you guys, that we're getting together to actually thoroughly talk about the last few weeks. We've both been busy, but there were some awesome, great things about it. And then there were some things that I was just like, oh my gosh, what could I have done better? So for those that decide they want to travel, I can give you some little tips here. But yes, we had the most amazing time. This was a first for all of us, not just as a family. We all have never been even individually. So this was like a great moment. So just being able to do a family vacation where we've never ever been to, we were just kind of open up to all of the different possibilities. Now, did I schedule everything pretty much hour by hour to make sure that we got on those rides? Sure. But as those that are hardcore Disney World goers, sometimes that's not the case because you got the genie and you got the um, like the quick fast pass type lanes and they only open up at certain times. But all in all, it was an awesome experience. We went for half of the first week of July to the following or the second week of July, but we were out there for 4 days. And when I tell you all, it was hot. It was so hot. The first day, I didn't bring an extra change of clothes. I always bring one for my daughter because she's now 4. And so I expect, to bring things for her in case she gets wet or an accident or what have you. But come the second day, I had to bring extra change of clothes. I'm talking about sweating so profusely that it is like coming through your clothes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was 95 degrees every day. And Florida heat is so different. I mean, we live up here in Virginia, but Florida heat is so different. Like the humidity is just cranked up. I feel like the moment I walked or drove down there and then was walking through the park, it's like someone hit the dial and was like, let me just, crank it up some, make it hotter. And but other than that, the experience, everything. We did Animal Kingdom the first day. Second day, I believe we did Epcot. That was amazing. Yes, we did the princess breakfast. That was so amazing for my little girl and for me. For our generation, for those that are viewing, Disney princesses pretty much came out in the
Mm-hmm.
90s. At least I'm not talking about Snow White. Obviously Snow White, Cinderella are the legit OGs back then, right? Yes. But it was so nice to it's like my dream came true too as a, person that we grew up during that time. And then we did Hollywood Studios on the third day, but it rained like crazy. So a lot of the rides were shut down for like an hour and a half. And thankfully, though, I was always prepared. I always brought raincoats with us for every day we were there and slide-ons. That way, if it rains, we can change into those shoes. And then the last day, we ended it at the main one, which is Magic Kingdom. And honestly, the trip was so magical. And my daughter still talks about it, and we are already thinking about going back, hopefully in the next couple of years. I didn't think I would say that after the trip we had being hot, but we had fun. But yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. And I know you experienced it too, I think last year, right, sis?
We did. So we went last year, my family and I, we went to Disney. And when I tell you guys, it is legitimately the most magical place
Is
in the world. It is. Like, I've never been anywhere that magical before. And my husband and I, we were like kids. We were like a family of children because like every park we went into, we would just stop and we were stargazed. Just
yes.
the ambiance, like when I tell you, everyone that works at Disney has a role.
They really
They
do.
have a role in the park. They're dressed the part. They're so friendly. I remember, so my son and my daughter, they ended up getting ice cream cones. And I believe we were in Animal Kingdom. And ironically, what happens in the movie is my daughter had her ice cream cone, it fell off. The ice cream
Oh
fell off.
no. Yeah.
And she was heartbroken.
Hmm.
When I tell you, like, I literally turned to make sure she was okay, clean her up. There was someone quickly cleaning up what just fell. And they were like, "Oh
I
my
believe
gosh, are you okay?" I mean, they're just very tentative to you.
that.
I
Hmm.
know when we planned, so my husband and I, we both had roles. We executed this like it was a mission. We had an entire itinerary, which I suggest if this
Hmm.
is your first time in this, I mean, for us, this was the big family trip for
Hmm.
us. We planned, we saved, and we were looking forward to this. So we planned every park. We did the Genie Plus and the Fast Pass.
Yeah.
I planned our snacks, our breakfasts, where we were going to eat, and my husband
Hmm.
booked our Genie Plus rides. And I mean, we really just wanted to make the most of it, and we did.
Hmm.
And to this day, like, my son talks about it,
Mhm.
my daughter talks about it. She still wears her mini ears
Oh, yes, we love
to
those.
school. So, I mean, it was such a magical experience. So if you guys are gonna go, I encourage you to plan it. I mean, it's not one size fits all, but planning it definitely makes a difference. It's so difficult to find or
Mhm.
your favorite park because there was something special and sentimental about each park for me.
Yes. But if you
So
had to pick one though,
oh, it's
what
so
would
hard.
I have 2 that I know for sure that if I went back, I probably won't do all 4 again like I did, and if I did, I would have to break them up. Like, we were there every day, we never got a break, so we were tired by the 3rd day,
Oh my god.
but there are 2 out of the 4 for sure. Even though I would like to visit all of them, I have 2 that I know I would go. Well, I'm curious to see what yours.
So, I love Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
I love Magic Kingdom. I mean, you walk in, the parade is everything. Like, if
Mhm.
you just go and see the parade, that is, a
Yeah.
one itself, and I feel like the experience for me but seeing our kids' experience,
Mhm.
like, they were just in awe, and my son, he's a preteen, and so he's at the age where things really aren't impressing him that much. He was kinda like, "Oh my gosh, mom and dad, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate you
Yeah.
guys taking this trip." He just to see them experience that was
Mhm.
so Magic Kingdom was great, and wow, I'm gonna go with Hollywood Studios
Mhm.
for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like the show so I went to Lion King on Broadway, guys.
that was
Or
amazing.
not on Broadway. The Broadway performers came to a local venue here in Virginia. We went and we saw it. It was incredible.
Mhm.
Like, amazing. Like, you just everywhere you look, there was something to see.
Mhm.
So, they have a Lion King show there. It's
Mhm.
spectacular.
It
Like,
really is. I enjoyed it.
10 out of 10. Like, I know the volunteering part was for the kids, but I would have easily gone up there. Like,
Oh, when they did the
100%.
animal sounds. Yes.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
would have been like, "Pick me, I'm coming." So, I love that. So, it's Animal Kingdom for me and Magic Kingdom. What about you?
Yes. So for me, the first definitely is Magic Kingdom. I Oh, yes, I think you said Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios.
I did, and I just
Yeah.
changed it. I'm
But that's
sorry.
okay. They were all great. They
They
were all
were.
great. Yes. So for me, Magic Kingdom was number 1, and I've been looking so forward just to see the castle. It's like one it's like you watch on any Disney movie and you see it, right? You're just like, okay, one day I'm going to make it there. And so when we got there, even riding the tram or like the what do you call it, the train there, you can see it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we're getting there. I don't know what it is. I felt like a kid too. And it's crazy because my boys, they're teenagers as well. And they're like, Mom, like they're excited too, but they're like, Mom, really? Like it's okay. Like you don't understand. This is Cinderella's castle. Like I've been waiting since I was born to come here. And I'm literally more walking in. I feel like it's almost overwhelming to the point where you can't really focus on just like one thing. I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Like it was just so beautiful. But when we walked up to the castle, I mean, as we're walking through, I'm just like looking up at just all it was so amazing. Like it was breathtaking. And then I think I just enjoyed Magic Kingdom so much, even though all the parks, right? So if you guys have ever gone, it's not going to be like Busch Gardens, right?
Mhm.
Or Six Flags. All these rides, they're not going to be these huge drops. I mean, it literally, anyone could get on them. And my daughter, I mean, she's pretty tall. She rode pretty much every ride, like roller coasters, except for like the really big ones. So everyone, I feel like at Magic Kingdom was able to, at least in my family, all from the age of the time 4 to 39, we can all ride something. And they had so much, everything was themed out. I mean, everyone was out there, Mickey, Minnie, all of them. So it was just super impressive. And Disney did it. I don't know how else to explain it, but Disney keeps taking our money and it's fine and I'm okay with it. So I'm gonna keep paying. I'm gonna like pay for that Disney Plus because what they do is so impressive. Like I don't even there's not an amount of words. It's like Paramount. I don't even know how
It
to
it really
it,
is. I mean, it's terrible. Honestly,
it is. It was so magical. It was like I was dreaming. And then I would say my second one is the same issue, like Hollywood Studios. I enjoyed it for the exception of it raining, but even to the smallest things. So they did have a couple of things that were open, some events. And the one thing that I thought that was going to be like really good at all, there was a car show. We decided to go in there just because it was raining. So we got to get out this rain, but we still want to be able to do something. And even the car show was like super impressive. I don't know if you got to see that, but
yeah,
you
Lightning
did.
McQueen.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was just like, and I love cars. Like and then my um 14-year-old, he was just going to be like he loves the Queen, but not like that anymore, where as if when he was
Right.
a kid. But even he was impressed. He was just like, how did they get this car in here to just be able to
To
do all the
move,
animation? Yeah,
right.
I was just like, this is crazy. I just loved it. Like Disney, you did it, and I will be back and you could take my money again. So I'm already thinking in my head, like, what am I going to do to plan for another trip? Because it was so great. I will tell you guys though, they say that it is best to come in the summer because not a lot of people are there because it's so hot. But be prepared, bring extra change of clothes, okay? Because it is super hot. Make sure you buy some of those handheld fans because that's what kept us going. Bring lots of water because it is so expensive for even the smallest things like that. Save your money for actual, like really, really good food when you're there. But like the snacks and the waters, pack that up. But if you could travel, I know for me, I think I would go back in the fall and then I would just pay for the quick or fast pass
Worth
for
it. It's worth
I
it.
it's worth it to do it every or those days that I go because
It's
it's so
worth
hot. So I'd rather go in the fall next time and pay for that.
it's hot, but you get to make the most of your time.
And there's
And
indoor things.
right, there is, which
Mm-hmm.
is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting it out there, YouTube, Disney sponsors, if you and you wanna invite ZWSB to Disney, we will
Yes.
happily come and record the
Yeah,
entire
the whole episode.
the whole episode, the whole situation, we will do it all. So, I'm just putting it out there. We will do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, sis, I'm so glad that you had a great time. I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you guys have that memory. It's the
Mm-hmm.
happiest place on earth, and just to have that moment for yourself and
Yeah.
have those memories of your children having a great time. I
Mm-hmm.
know when my husband and I left, we were sad. We
Oh
were
yeah.
sad,
You
and
were.
every time I go to Florida, I wanna go to Disney. So, I was telling my husband we're actually going back to Florida. However, we're going into Miami because we're going on a cruise, um,
Ooh.
in the winter,
Okay.
and I was looking to see, are we gonna be there in enough time?
You could do Disney cruise.
Like, you know what? I don't know, maybe a Disney cruise will be
At
cool.
some point.
But I'm so glad that you guys had a great time, and, I'm glad that you have those memories because you have them forever, right?
Yes. Yes,
So,
but
I
let
love
me know too what you've been doing because I know you've been busy too.
yeah, so, something really, really exciting for my family and I. My husband, he has been gone for a very long time. He is military personnel, so he's been away, and he came home a week ago. So
Yeah.
he's back home. The stars are all aligned. So he's back home. We're so excited that he's here. We not only missed him, I mean, we missed him so much, but not only that, when your loved one is away, when they're overseas, you worry about them. You
Yeah.
worry about how they're doing, what they're doing. You worry about, are they safe? Because sometimes you just can't talk to them. So I'm so grateful for him coming home. I'm grateful that he's
Mhm.
safe. I'm grateful that, the folks that he was over there with, that they're home too with their families. The airport experience was incredible. My son almost pushed me off the escalator to run to his dad. It was
Oh,
a surprise. It was a surprise
mhm,
for both of our kids. So Floyd, my husband ended up telling me
mhm,
coming so I could pick him up from the airport. And I got the kids ready, and they came with me. They were asking like where they were going. And so I told them a little story. And then when we got there, my son was like looking around and he was like, is dad home? And I was like, what do you mean, is dad home? So I just kind of kept walking.
yeah,
So we went down the escalator, and when he saw his dad, that was just it was an emotional experience
yes.
because my son, again, he's a preteen. He's almost a
Mhm,
teenager. And so he understands, you know,
mhm,
what it means to go away and the missions that they're on in the military. So he was just in a way relieved that his dad's home, relieved to be able to see him, hug him, talk to him face to face, not
aw,
FaceTime. Of course, there was a major time difference between him and I as well.
yeah,
Um, so it was amazing. It was just good. I know when we came back home, um, there were a few moments where I forgot that he was home because
oh,
I've
you've been
been
used to not being with him, so
Right, and I remember coming around the corner in our house, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," and he was like, "Did you forget that I was here?" And I was like, "I did, I really,
yeah,
really did," because you get when you are a military spouse and you're at home, you get used to your routine and your groove of things,
mhm,
and it I just forgot that he was here, but,
yeah,
that
no,
was a cool thing, that happened to us, and it's basically been the highlight of our year so far,
yeah.
coming home. And I know, Z, you've experienced moments like that because your
I
husband, is a veteran.
Yes, so first off, I'm so happy for you and your family, you're back together. Sir, if you are watching, thank you so much for, risking your life, going out there to serve for your country every day. And for those that are watching, thank you for those that are active duty, those that have served, those who are not with us anymore who have served. We thank you for your service and for doing that. And so, you know, when we're as a spouse back here doing our own thing, sometimes we may not always think of how hard you work. We know you work hard, but we don't really understand because we're not there every day seeing it and watching it. But know that we keep you in our hearts, and we're so thankful for you protecting our country, for all those that are um, military protecting our country. But yes, I can relate with you. It's been some time. My husband served for about 14 years, and he is, a veteran. And I mean, I come from a military background myself, so I have been able to see being a spouse, being a child of parents that have served, and it is you start having your own routine. And as a spouse, yeah, you're right. You're the one that picks up all the kids. You're the one that does the dishes and cleans the clothes. And then when your spouse gets back, you're still doing that. And they're like, wait, I'm here. I'm here to help you. You don't have to do all of this. Or even down to disciplining the children. It's like, oh wait, and let me step back, this is how daddy does it, because you're just so used to doing
Right.
it all. Like, you have your own specific routine, or maybe even from waking up to doing your own thing, you're like, oh, I gotta share the bathroom now, I forgot you're here. Let me give you space and do what you have to do. But yeah, I can definitely relate. But I'm so thankful for your husband for serving, and I'm so glad that he is back home with you guys. I know baby girl is probably super excited because I remember even visiting you, she kept asking about daddy, or I want daddy. So I know she is just so excited to have
She's
him.
I mean, she's so excited. It's a feeling
Hmm.
that it's hard to explain whenever you have a loved one, whether it be a spouse or a brother or sister or a mother,
Hmm.
father, that's away, their homecoming is so it makes you appreciate them being in your space. And
Mhm.
feeling that's so hard to describe because at the end of the day, it is their job. They do have to report for duty. They don't have a choice
Mhm.
of to report. And a lot of times I feel like we can take moments like that for granted. Just
Yeah.
them being sitting beside us and having dinner, or sitting beside us on a car ride or in a car ride, or, just greeting somebody when you come home, saying goodbye to
Mhm.
someone when you leave, and them being there day in and day out, it
Yeah.
hits differently. So I'm so grateful for
Yeah.
him coming home. I'm grateful, for everyone's homecoming, who's serving in the military. So that is a very exciting thing that's happened recently to me. I've actually also, which, Z, you, saw some photographs on social media about my sister-in-law's, bridal shower. So I have literally been doing work and welcoming my husband home, and then
Mhm.
we had, my sister-in-law's bridal shower that was so special and so incredible. She is getting married here in the fall, so it's
Mhm.
wonderful to be able to throw something nice for her to honor her and, usher her into married life,
Mhm.
as that comes along to her,
Yeah.
in a couple months because she is in for a surprise. Marriage is not for the weak of heart. So
It doesn't just, some people say, you work hard, right? To be
right.
with that person, and then when you get like, oh, I can relax. Mm-mm. That's when the relationship actually starts. But it is so worth it, and I want to just congratulate your sister-in-law. It's going to be such an amazing experience, something to always remember and reflect back on.
Mhm.
Always something in a marriage to work on and look forward to the future. So congratulations. But yes, I did see those photos. You all did such a great job with all the decor. I saw all the smiles on your sister-in-law's face and all the family together. So that was really beautiful. But yeah, you've been really busy. I know for me, we've been busy too. We just moved. But we literally just moved to across the street. We just bought not our first home. We did purchase a home for the first time years ago. Actually, that was almost 10 years ago. And when my husband was active duty, we moved, so we couldn't keep the home. And it took us almost 10 years to now buy a home. So we have a spanking new home built from the ground up. And so we are still in the midst of kind of putting everything in its place. But for the most part, we are very comfortable now and we love our new home. So, yeah, the thing is with Disney, you guys, I did Disney and then we got sick. We got sick with COVID, which is crazy because, and I knew it. And I know that in places where it's really hot, for some reason, it spreads even more. So, yeah, we did a week at Disney and then came home. We had a week literally from the time that we came back to the following weekend to actually start packing to move. And that was the first time we had COVID since 2020. I mean, I've been sick before a few times between 2020 and now, but I've always been negative, and this was the first time we were positive. Like the whole family, it hit every last person. And then literally after we got better from COVID, about 6 days later after the initial onset, we had to pack up and then move. So it was just like bang, bang, just one thing after the other. So now we're kind of just riding the waves, but then we have other things that are coming up. So I'm looking forward to seeing you
Yeah.
in like 2.5 weeks. So that's exciting. And school starting up for my kiddos very soon. So we got a lot of things
I
happening this month
know.
and last month.
And that's definitely gonna hit you differently too, Z, because
Yeah.
you have a kiddo going to college.
Yes. Yes, my oldest, which is, oh my goodness, it's still surreal to me that he just graduated in June. But yes, he starts college on, I believe, the 22nd, I believe. I might be off by a few days. But I believe he starts the 22nd. And then yes, my 14-year-old starts high school. So, but I've, had the high schooler before, so I think I can cope with that a little bit more because my oldest was a high schooler, so I think that's fine. And then my little one, she's going to be at the top of her daycare because she's in her last year for pre-K, and then she's off to kindergarten this time next year. And so I'm just like,
Oh,
oh my goodness, yeah. So but yeah, lots of stuff going on, and I'm excited because keep my fingers crossed at my job that I've been with for a year. Well, actually, 2 years, but different parts of the government, and I should be getting a promotion soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So
you
I'll
got
find
this,
out
girl. You got
August
this, sis.
26th.
When is the date?
I found that I will find out August the 26th. So yeah, yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
the
And
third.
then you'll see me after so we can celebrate.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm so excited for you. Well, I'm so excited for everyone that's joined us on our journey
Mhm.
with CWSB. I am so proud of us, sis, for us completing our first season. I've had so much fun with you. You are my sister, you are my best friend, and you have been along for the ride as long as
Yes.
remember. We've been friends a very, very long time. You
Mhm.
are family, and I thank God for you. And what right now, we are going to share with you guys some things that you missed from some of the episodes and some of our adventures from this past season. So take a look.
Take a look, guys.
Thank you so much for making this moment possible. So in episode 2, we talked about different things. We asked each other questions. And I mentioned to you watching a movie and just seeing people eat Chinese food out of takeout boxes. So here we are eating
Yes.
our Chinese food out of takeout boxes. So first bite. This is how the people do it.
And yes, and here's the thing, you all. I do not know how to eat with chopsticks. So, but anyways, here it is. All right. Well, thank you for sharing this experience with us.
I know, first time.
I'm trying.
It tastes good eating it out of the box.
Try it with your friends.
Try it. Go ahead. Do it. Bye. Bye. Using chopsticks 101. So my sis here doesn't know how to use chopsticks. My dad taught me how to use chopsticks, and I really learned by watching him. So when you're using chopsticks, I'm going to get closer. Okay. So the chopstick that is closest to your thumb is going to stay stationary, like that.
All right, got it.
Right? This chopstick here that's closer to your pointer finger or index finger, this is the one that moves. So this is the only chopstick that moves. So let's practice.
Man.
Tap, 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 tap.
You know what's crazy, everyone, is I'm Asian, and I don't know how to use chopsticks.
It's okay. We're going to learn today. Okay. So try. So this is so whenever I'm showing someone how to use chopstick, so you're going to dive in.
Yeah.
And you're going to pick something up big. Like that.
Man.
So remember, so keep this chopstick tucked, right, in that groove, that nook of your thumb.
Okay, got it.
There you go.
I don't know, y'all.
You got this, sis. Okay. And then this is the only one moving.
Why is mine not moving? Look at this, people. Why is mine not really moving? Maybe I just have shorter fingers.
I think your fingers are actually longer than mine. Okay.
You know what? No,
or you can just like stab it.
Yeah,
stab
you
the
know
food.
what? I'm not getting this right now today, so hopefully you're getting a good laugh. I will at some point
She's gonna get it.
learn how to get this. So I'm just going to stab this right now. Actually, that's too big of a piece.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Just like this. Or if you're wanting
not-
to pick up rice, you just open the chopstick up and scoop.
This ain't working.
See?
It's not working. So it's not working for me right now, and I will learn how to do it. So in the meantime, I'm just going to use a classic fork.
So if there is an easier way that you guys know, let us know.
Yes.
Share, like, subscribe, comment. Don't come at me. If I am teaching this incorrectly, don't come for me, please.
I picked one up, but I don't have my finger in the middle. But I picked one up. There you go, people.
You just got to use it. You have to do it. The way that works best for you.
This is what works best for me. But anyways, yes, like, share, follow, comment, hit that notification bell. And we will definitely have little more snippet clips of this.
All right, guys. ZWSB.24.
Yes.
See you there.
All right.
Bye.
Hope everyone enjoyed those little clips. We had such a great time experiencing all of these things. And we just hope you guys take the time as you look at it, just think about your life and what you're going through. Make sure that you spend time, with your friends and your family, get together and just make the most of the current moment that you're in, because you just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But we just hope that you enjoyed that. And then we also want y'all to take a look at some bloopers here. Okay, these are things that maybe have gone wrong in the middle of just like, us recording, because this, you guys, we love this, but there are times that we're just like, oh, shoot, we forgot to say this, or we started something wrong. So take a look right here.
Here you go. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, we are on. I have such a round face. I have a round face. I have a box face. SpongeBob SquarePants. Ooh, listen to my note. We're recording too. We'll have to edit this. Yes. Bloopers, people. Bloopers. Okay. Let me go back here. All right, ready? I'm going to cut that out. Okay.
Welcome, everybody, to ZWSB.24, our podcast. This is season episode 6.
We have to do it again. Yes, we do. But we have to do it because this is not the test. You're funny. And like, I was waiting for you to say what season it was. I would be like, I know.
Actually.
All the butterflies.
Well, I hope you guys got a kick out of those bloopers, because we did. There were moments that we forgot we were recording, so you got to see it all.
Yes.
So I am going to turn this back over to Z. She's going to tell you what to look forward to next season.
Yes, you guys. So we are so excited to come back. Guess what? Season 2, you guys, will have so many new different things to offer you guys. It's going to be new, refreshing. We plan on having our first episode first week of October, and we have guests, you guys. This is something new. We've got so much lined up for you. We have some close family and friends that just want to be here to be a part of our episodes. And so we thank you so much, for tuning in to ZWSB.24. We look forward for you coming and stopping by. Please, guys, check us out on YouTube. Yes. Please check us out on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Please hit subscribe. The more subscribers we have, the more that we can put out to you guys, because we truly, me and Stephanie, we enjoy being ourselves with you guys, and we just have so much to share with you guys. And so we want you to make sure that you get those notifications. So hit that notification bell, and please stay tuned in October. And we're not going anywhere. We're just taking a little break here. So we will have things that come up, and we will make sure that we keep those clips for you, keep you engaged. And then also, please look forward to, we're going to start asking you guys what you want to talk about. I don't know, Seth, what do you think? I'm thinking we should start getting maybe a little bit more personal, let y'all into our lives.
Sure.
So we'll just have those topics that may be a little bit difficult to talk about, and then we'll have those that are super exciting and fun. But yes, we just want to make sure that you tune in. So again, season 2, episode 1 will premiere at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, October the 2nd. And not only that, we will be here every week, every Tuesday for you guys. So you don't have to wait a whole 2 weeks. But we love you guys. Thank you for all of your support. And we can't wait to see you. Have a great rest of your summer, because I think we have like 2 more left at this point. So enjoy your summer and get ready for the fall. That's my favorite season. So I'm super excited for that. Fall sweaters, candles, and pumpkins, everything.
We'll see you guys soon. Take care, sis.
All right. Bye, sis. Bye, guys.
Bye.